Welcome back, Shalligators. Today we are going to talk about these assholes. These assholes again. Megan Fox and MGK. Listen, before we get started, I look bad, okay? You know why? I have a cold. I am in a hoodie. I'm sorry, just a crew neck. It's not even a hoodie, just a crew neck from Whispering Willow's Senior Dog Sanctuary. Does I have a cold? I do. Also, I already filmed this video. I filmed it a few days ago and my microphone inside my thing was scratching against my clothes and the whole video is unusable from an audio standpoint. So here I am filming it again. That's why my microphone is on the outside, because I cannot risk this again. I'm sorry, okay? This isn't the Shallon you deserve. It's the Shallon you're gonna get. It's the holidays. We're all just trying to keep it together. As bad as I look and as bad as I feel, I still wouldn't trade lives with Megan Fox. And you know what? That's saying something, because she's a smoke and she's rich and famous, but she is also knocked up by the rapping Pinky Mouse, Machine Gun Kelly. Can we also just talk about his name for a second? Evidently, that's his rap name because of how fast he delivers, he raps. I don't think anyone said that about you, my guy. I don't think anyone called you that. I don't think anyone said that. Also, you don't rap that fast at all. You know who does? Eminem. I also just hate him. He could cure Parkinson's. I'd be like, well, he's still a ginger. You know, he is. Ginger women are hot. This creature, he's almost translucent. He looks like a goldfish that's got some sort of disease. I can't with him. Here's also why I hate him. Evidently, how many times have I said evidently so far in this video? Time number 4, evidently, not only is he a bit of a clown, he's a cheater. He's a cheater. This is the tea that's come out about him and Megan Fox. They just split up, again-ish. I don't know. What month is this? I feel like we've talked about them in a potential breakup before, because these two fucking douchebags are always all over the place. They're off, they're on, they're drinking each other's blood. You're my star seed. Rah, miscarriage, pregnant. Ugh. Apparently, I didn't say evidently, I didn't. They are broken up because Megan, over Thanksgiving, saw some messages from another girl on his phone and went ballistic. The kind of ballistic I imagine only a pregnant woman can go, because of course. So we're gonna break this down. I'm gonna tell you what's going on here, and we're gonna talk about how to cheat-proof your relationship. Now, I think I'm gonna do a second video on this couple, because I think that the other topic we can focus on is how to actually be done for good. Because, I may once or twice in my life have taken an ex back or said, I'm so done. I wasn't done. I wasn't done. I knew it. My friends knew it. He probably absolutely knew it. But how do you actually walk away when you have broken these promises to yourself so many times? How do you make them stick? Well, that's going to be part number 2. But today, we're going to focus on how to cheat-proof your relationship. I'm going to hit you with some extremely unpleasant statistics you're not going to like, some advice from a New York City divorce lawyer, and my own dark psychology about men that will give you some tips and tricks to help keep a man literally chemically addicted to you. But before we get her going, check out a few words from today's sponsor.
Ladies, you know I'm a good woman, but when it comes to my internet activity, I'm a very bad girl. I do things that nobody should do. I connect to public Wi-Fi. I text boys from random countries who are stupid and weird and probably using burner phones. I try to get on Netflix where I'm not supposed to. And I do it all through a VPN called Surfshark. I've been using Surfshark for years because, like I said, I do bad things on the internet and I need my data to still stay protected. And Surfshark, you have over 3,200 different connection points. But what a VPN does is it creates a tunnel basically from your device to the destination online you're trying to get to. And that tunnel protects you from data theft, viruses, scammers. Let me tell you a huge benefit it had recently when I was in London. I love to watch Gossip Girl while I get ready to go out, like it's my emotional support blanket, but it's on HBO Max, which is not available in London. And so I thought, aha. So I opened up Surfshark and I connected to Dallas, just like a random American city. I was in. Suddenly it was me, Blair, and Serena all doing our makeup together. It was wonderful. A VPN can also help you with price gouging. So sometimes if you look at a hotel deal and you're searching from the US, you will get a completely different price than, say, you switch your location to the Dominican Republic or to Iceland. You deserve to have the best deals, and Surfshark will help you get there. It also stops ads and does malware protection. Plus, it doesn't log any of your data. You have 24/7 global support. So go to surfshark.com/wild9 to save on 4 months at an unbeatable price.
But before we get started, yes, please donate to Whispering Willow's Senior Dog Sanctuary. Look at those little cord chip ears. It's basically a hospice for rescue dogs or dogs who've been surrendered because their owners are old or couldn't care for them anymore. Sometimes they take in strays, and they have like, I don't know, 100 dogs, maybe more, in just this beautiful house in Missouri. And it's just, they just do it for the love. And it's just a charity I've stumbled across that means a lot to me. So even $5, you can also sign up to sponsor a particular dog per month, which is really sort of fun and gives you like a real personal connection to these little snouties. Also, if you want to help some people this holiday season, please shop the Amazon wish list for the local homeless shelter here in Bozeman, Montana. The gifts go straight to the people. We wrap them ourselves. And you know, we think nothing about dropping 10 bucks on a latte these days, because that's how much they are. If you, God forbid, you upsell for oat milk, that could buy a really good warm sweatshirt for a child, or a little pair of shoes or socks or a blanket. Like, we fritter away our money. What if we just frittered it in a different direction and we actually helped some people? So consider that. Also, if you need a little bit of love this holiday season, because, I get it. I get it. This is a very difficult time. We were just on a Zoom the other day talking about our holiday stressors and how difficult this time of year can be for just a variety of reasons. If you need some love, if you need some connection, come to the Shallontrage. It's our little sorority on the internet, minus cattiness and drama. Just love. Just bonding, sisterhood. We have 35 different group chats, hundreds of girls from around the world connecting, meeting up, becoming friends, best friends in real life. We have girls who have been in each other's weddings from meeting in the Shallontrage. Plus, you get 5 videos from me a week. I do really deep dives. I cry a lot, talk about my life. Yeah. So, in the video on how to get over someone that I'm going to do, if you're in the Shallontrage, yeah, you've watched my saga with my ex on and off forever. Which ex, you might be saying, because there have been so many of them, revolving door in and out of my life. Trust me when I say I get it. I also, unfortunately, understand what it's like to be cheated on. So let's get into this topic. So here's the tea with Megan and MGK. Evidently, yeah, she went through his phone or saw some messages from a woman that clearly were inappropriate and hit the roof. Now, half the news reports say she's done with him forever. She's committed to co-parenting. The standard celebrity phrase, we're committed to co-parenting. First of all, that doesn't need to be said. Why should that need to be said? That should be obvious. That should be obvious that, like, well, he's the father, so yeah, he's going to be parenting. Do you need to underscore that? It's like when women say their husband is babysitting their kids, his own kids. Excuse me? The participation awards we are handing out for the bare minimum these days makes my fucking skin crawl. So half the reports say she's done with him for good. The other half She's done with him for now. I am more inclined to believe the for now. These two have never been after an easy domestic kind of love. And that was my whole thesis when we ranted about Meghan getting pregnant. This was like a few weeks ago. Why are you having a baby? You have 3. You're 38 years old. This question, what's it like to have a baby with someone? Asked and answered. Asked and answered. She got into this relationship with MGK to like get her wiggles out because during her hottest years, the years when most people are being sluts and having fun and doing coke off people's penises, she was raising kids. So I understand she's in her cocaine penis phase. Good for her. Like, go out and be a slut. That's fine. Have this crazy intense relationship. Do not bring a child into it. If for no other reason, children are downers. God, what a boner killer. I'm sorry, something exits my body out of my areas and you think you're going to put something up in there again? Now, are you on drugs? And then something is gnawing on my nipples, which by the way, are like showroom new. I will never have kids. Like no, they're tiny and fantastic. And then a guy wants to like be next in line for the, no. No, that's a hard pass. That is a hard pass. I have to turn the brightness up on this video. Oh, I look better. Thank you. I literally couldn't see myself as I'm filming this. Yeah. No, that's a no for me. I never understand why people have to like take it that far. Why do you have to take it that far and have a baby? Adopt a python or something, or like some woodland, I don't know, like a raccoon, or start a raccoon rescue. Fuck you. Nope, they gotta have a baby. So, okay. Both of them have kids. He's got like a 15-year-old or a 13, he's got like an older child. They both understand what goes into parenting. So, hey, listen, what do I know? They might be looking at this eyes completely wide open, but something tells me the fact that this man is cheating on her, and P.S., please understand this. You are not going to like what I'm going to say next, but it is the truth, and I will save you dignity, time, and tears if you just believe what I'm about to say. When you catch someone cheating, that is the tip of the iceberg. It is like mice. You know how they say for every mouse you see, there's like 300 you don't? That's just when they got caught. That is never the first time. Never. They might consider it the first time. That might be the first girl they fucked. That's not the first girl they've been texting, DMing, gave their number to, got a blowjob from at Applebee's. The first time they went out hunting with the vibes of, we'll see what happens. That vibe. That's just the first time they got caught. My ex-boyfriend, Ryan, if you remember him in the Shallon trial, I'm just calling people's names out. How about this? Don't fucking break the heart of a YouTuber. What? How about that? You don't like it? Start your own channel. Fuck you. His ex cheated on him, like got caught. And I'm like, this is not the only time she cheated on you. He's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, she got caught. It's not like she confessed. She would have kept going with this affair had the other dude's wife not called you and like told you. This is not the first time. And baby boy, it ain't never going to be the last. She will cheat on everyone. And she has cheated on everyone that she's ever been with. Father of multiple kids. Yes. Like, and when you're on the outside, you can see this so clearly. And maybe with Meghan, she's like, oh, I know it's not the only time. I know this was just a smoking gun I happened to have that day as we sat down to stuffing and sweet potatoes. And that was just the last straw. This was maybe the girl he couldn't explain away. Now things are different because we're having a baby together. And that part of his life should have been over. I am just telling you, if you are telling yourself or letting a man tell you, this is the only time, I swear to God. Don't let him swear to God. Because you know what God does? God forgives. Which gods are you swearing to? Not mine, not the pagan gods. They're not the forgiving type. They're the type oriented in vengeance. And if you invoke their name to tell a lie, they don't really like that. So why don't you have them swear to different sets of gods? Maybe swear on the devil. Devil loves revenge. Okay? Don't believe men when they say this is the first time they've cheated. Even if it is, who cares? Who cares? Well, it's the first time he hit me. Oh, well, it's only the first time. Nope. Nope. Okay, here's some sobering statistics for you. The number one time a man cheats is when his girl is pregnant. Number one. Why? We've talked about this. It bears repeating. Because this is going to inform you, this is going to lay the foundation for what I'm going to tell you about how to cheat-proof your relationship. Because we need to understand why people do this. And we can cast them with the brush like they're evil, they're fuckboys, they're awful. Yeah, they are all these things. But there is always a much thornier psychological situation going on. And we can act like there's not. And we can then keep reliving these situations. I like to get into the mind of evil. I love to inhabit these places. I am a little evil. I can put myself in the shoes of someone evil very easily. And my job is to tell you how to defeat that person. To spin it in a way that you can understand it and you can win. And you can win. Okay? The reason men cheat when a girl is pregnant, they're not the center of attention anymore. They're not the king of the castle. And now, the second this woman is pregnant, she becomes a mom. Men don't become a father until that baby is born. So right there, this priority differential is massive between these two people. Her eyes are on the future. Her eyes are on the baby. He's still virile and his body's not changing, right? He's not constantly being asked about the baby. And if he is asked about the baby, it is through the lens of, what is your skill set now? Did you install the car seat? Do you know how to do this? Did you buy this? It's providership in a way that priorly maybe wasn't expected of him. He wasn't having to build the fucking furniture. He wasn't thinking about planning for college and, hey, that's great, you get a bonus. Is that enough to send a kid through college? Whatever. Like, there's a whole different set of priorities and attention shifts that happen literally overnight. 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 It is one day, you don't have a condom. The next, the train has left the station, you're a dad. I'm not giving a pass to any of this behavior. I'm trying to understand it. Because when we can understand it, we can defeat it. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Always try to understand your enemy. The worst thing you can do is tell yourself that that person you hate is just stupid. They might be stupid. Of course they're stupid. But like, what else? What else? There is a machine in their head. Even if it's like a monkey banging a cymbal because they're an idiot, there is still a machine. Let's dismantle it. So this man, who 6 months ago was the king of her world, capable, she wanted to fuck all the time, right? And all this baby stuff existed in like fantasy building. Oh, hey, I get to have sex, no condom, and then I get an heir. And I'm going to name him my exact same name. And now it's all very, very real and very, very irreversible. And she is looking at you through a very, very hypercritical lens. Her hormones are up. Her body is changing. She doesn't want to do the same things. She is... Okay. That is how she's treating you. Okay. No, I thought you could just go buy a breast pump, David, but I guess you can't. No, I'll do it. And you, as the man, are getting the sense, this is my future. I'm not very useful. I'm not very respected. I'm not the king of the castle anymore. Yeah, okay. And along comes your secretary. Along comes this girl, a capital girl, sitting at the bar next to you. And every story you tell her, she laughs at. And everything you say you do, she's like, wow, really? And suddenly you're the king of a different castle. Your ego matters again. You feel like a man again. You are not a constant disappointment. The bar is so low for this girl and her dirty martini. You buy her a drink, you buy her dinner. Wow, thank you. When was the last time your pregnant wife said thank you? Again, not justifying this, But that's where they're coming from. That's the mindset. That all of the quirky little things that a man does when a woman is pregnant, it's like, oh, that's cute. You're going to leave your fucking cereal bowl in the kitchen. I'm going to have a baby that I'm taking care of. I'm already taking care of it. I'm already taking care of it right now. It's pressing its foot into my diaphragm, so I have heartburn 24 hours a day. You can't put a cereal bowl in the dishwasher that's right there. And if you two had never cultivated a domestic love like Machine Gun Kelly and Megan, life comes at you fast. Life comes at you quick, okay? Here's another horrifying statistic. According to the Statistic Brain Institute, this is awful, 51% of women have cheated at some point in their life in some relationship, and 57% of men. Let's just round that up. 60% of men, 50% of women. Why? I literally put on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, no, that's weird. You're in airplane mode and then you're still, when you have a cold, are you a rage monster the way I am? Like, everything bothers me because there's like a war going on for my immune system inside, and if I hear like a sound I don't like, I will drive my car through Target. I will drive my Tahoe through Target. That's what I'll do. 60% of men cheat. Hey, if you're a glass half full kind of person, 40% of men don't. But if I was a betting man, what if 60% of planes crashed? Would you get on planes? Or would you step back and say, can we maybe go back to the drawing board on planes, and instead of just being like, I don't know, planes are stupid. Like, yeah, no, they are stupid, but can we do something to keep them from crashing? I don't know. I think we should just say planes are stupid. Okay. Do you guys remember Ashley Madison when that site was like a big thing? At its peak, 32 million people were on that website. That is larger than the population of California. That's larger than the population of California. Those people on that site were not outliers. That is not a weird niche statistic. That is a very hefty statistical representation. And those were just the people on that site to cheat, taking just that path to cheat. Those weren't the people going to work conferences fucking, going out to bars and cheating, having an emotional relationship with their work wife, texting their ex, DMing a porn star. That was just that one avenue. 32 million people. This is an epidemic. We owe it to ourselves to understand why. Why do people cheat? Men cheat. And you know what? I'm going to use the term men. I will extend this to women as well in some ways. Women cheat for for emotional connection. And I think when women cheat, it more frequently leads to divorce because it is so incredibly emblematic of a much larger problem in the relationship. It is a symptom of a lethal disease, right? A lot of men cheat because they like getting their dick sucked, because they're animals, because they're fucking animals. But a lot of men also cheat because they want to feel alive and explore different sides of their personality. Feel alive, explore different sides of their personality. Let's go back to the pregnancy situation, right? Because I think that's just such a crystal clear peek inside an ecosystem, a relationship ecosystem that makes cheating so enticing for a man. He wants to feel alive. How does a man feel alive? He's young, he's free, he's bold, he's confident, the world glitters at his feet. I get that. I get that. When you have a baby on the way, you are not young. You're about to be a dad. You are the opposite of free, brother. The world is not at your feet. The world has fallen down to this baby, to this taco-sized squall machine that is going to be all anyone talks to you about, all your wife wants to talk about, all your finances go towards. It's that. It's that. Bold. Even if you try to be bold, people around you are like, you're not doing it right. Okay, you're not You don't know what you're doing. Give it back to them. Give me the baby. Again, along comes a secretary. Along comes this bitch at a steakhouse. Explore different sides of your personality. That's the other reason. Again, take it back to the baby. There's whatever other sides of your personality you want to explore. Tough shit. No one wants to hear it. You need to pull up for that child. That's a decision you made. And you got to lie in it. Okay? Maybe I'll run off and like live in a houseboat in Spain. No, you will not. Gary, you will not do that. You're going to stay right here and you're going to pick up extra shifts. You're going to go for those bonuses because that's your role now. You are a provider. The time for experimentation is over. You can't do it on the macro anymore. But you can do it on the micro. You can finger bang a girl in a parking lot. You're experimenting. What? You can go to that conference in Akron, Ohio and fuck that girl you meet at a Bennigan's who works in HR. You can do that. You're going to get those wiggles out. And you might be saying, okay, well, that I understand that, I guess, in terms of a man who's having a baby. What if there's no baby? What if there's no baby? What the fuck is the excuse now? I'm not holding him back from anything. I'm not holding him back from anything. What have I done? I know what you mean. Yeah, I agree with you. If you don't have the baby situation, if this is just like, hey, we're in a long-term relationship or any relationship, any term relationship, how do I cheat-proof this? I believe that the number one thing that a woman can do in order to cheat-proof her relationship is to be a cheerleader. To be a good cheerleader. What does this mean? I use this metaphor a lot. And we've talked about the cheerleader metaphor dynamic when we've talked about how to save a man. How to save a man who's in trouble. How to help somebody who's in trouble. And you know what I always say? Cheerleaders don't run the ball. Jamarius is never going to pass the ball to Cassidy. Not ever. She's not going to be like, Tom, do you know what I was thinking? Why don't you just throw the ball to me or to like Brittany and we'll run it in? Do you want to try that? It's never going to happen. It never has happened. It's stupid because that's not what a cheerleader does. She encourages, she supports, she understands. And no matter what happens, no matter if he scores that touchdown or gets his ass handed to him by a linebacker, yay, you got this. She is there with a smile and words of encouragement. If they lose, huge. She's still shaking her pom-poms as he runs off the field. You got this. We love you. Yay. That's why men jerk off to cheerleaders, dude. Like, yeah, they're hot. But on a subconscious level, that's what they want out of a woman who, no matter what happens, she's still in their corner. She still believes in them. And she is not trying to do his job for him. She's not trying to do his job for him. This is where a lot of us alpha females get it twisted. I am so incredibly guilty of this. I can save you. Let me save you. Why won't you just listen to me? Why won't you just listen to me? Why won't you just obey me? Because I'm right. Because I'm right. And if you just obeyed me, I would, That's not what men want. That is the worst thing you can do for a man's ego. It infantilizes them. Because you know who rushed in and fixed things for them? Mommy. Mommy. And you might be like, no, his mom did not do that. No, so I should. No. Listen, you get one shot to have a mom. I hate to break it to you. Like, same with the dad. You get one shot. You cannot replace his mom. Listen to what you're saying. You want to replace his mom? Do you see what I mean? Like, that's not what we should be after. That's not what we should be after. And it is definitely a difficult line. It's like, okay, I'm a cheerleader, but I'm not his mom and I believe in him, but I don't help him, but he's my partner, but I'm not rushing in. I know. I'm not saying it's easy, but this needs to be your central motivation in a relationship. When you lose sight of this, bro, you are in very dangerous territory. When you are this man's least champion, it's not even a sentence, but you know what I mean? When you look at him and you're like, when you're rolling your eyes, psychologists have pinpointed that this is the number one predictor of divorce, disdain. And it's eye rolls. Oh God, here we go again. Here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, no, I know. It's dismissiveness. It's a lack of respect. When that happens in a relationship, you are on notice. You are both on major notice because you know what the secretary isn't going to do? You know what the cheerleader doesn't do? Roll her eyes at him. That's the bitch who pulls him away is the bitch who believes in him. She might not believe in him forever. His douchiness might come out for sure, but that is the thing that will get the hook into him and pull him out. So this needs to be the number one thing you do in a relationship. You're a cheerleader. I date a lot of rich men. I only date rich men. Why on earth would I date a poor man? And I ask them, like, usually they've been married before, or at least long-term relationships. I would never date someone who has not been in a long-term relationship, or preferably they need to be divorced because that shows you can commit, right? Like, please don't be like, ew, he's divorced. That's a healthy thing. Even I've gotten married. I'm a mess, but even I've done it. You know what I mean? Like, it shows you can like get some skin in the game. Anyway, I asked them, what do you think your wife lacked? 9 times out of 10, she wasn't a cheerleader. She didn't believe in me. When I had a bad day, she was hard as fucking nails, dude. I was afraid to tell her things because I knew she wasn't in my corner every single time. Every single time. I file that away. Now, I don't ask if they've cheated. Men, if they've got half a brain in their head, they're not going to admit that. But I wouldn't be surprised if they had. Maybe they weren't, again, finger blasting in an Arby's, but they might have had the vibes out. Their head was on a swivel. They were peeking at a Tinder. They were no longer primarily invested in there. I do not want you to hear this and think, oh, so it's my fault. Of course not. Listen, there is a consequence to you not being a man's cheerleader. That consequence is he sits your ass down and is like, I need you to be a partner for me here. This is what I need, okay? When I come home and have a bad day, I need you to rub my back and be like, you're gonna figure it out, babe. I believe in you. Not try to fix it. Not tell me I'm fucking stupid. The consequence is he has an honest conversation with you, or the consequence is he leaves. So then he's right. He leaves. He doesn't want to fix it. He doesn't think he can fix it. Fine, he leaves. The consequence is not he sticks around and tortures you. That's not what that is. On the flip side, if you are sitting here making a case, it's like, he is stupid though. He is combat ineffective. He cannot do the basic, blah, blah, blah. I have a reason to roll my eyes. Then listen to me. The consequence for him acting like that, you sit him down. Hey, you know the reason I've been so snappy is because the amount of stress you put on me when you don't do just this basic list of things that I give you, which by the way, dude, you live in the same house that I do, okay? I shouldn't have to tell you to take out the trash. You don't want to live in a garbage palace either, okay? I'm not your mom, and I don't find that dynamic sexy. And the reason I haven't sucked your dick in 6 months is because you make me feel like your mom, and it's all the way gross. That's the conversation you have. That's a consequence. Or you're like, I've tried that. Then you leave. You don't stick around and torture him either. You don't stick around and reduce his self-esteem and his ego to nothingness and then be the victim when someone else comes along. Men are going to follow their egos. They're going to go where it feels good. Okay? And if you're sitting here defending yourself and saying, I shouldn't have to be like, rah, 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 all the time. You must be fun to date. Can you imagine dating yourself? Would you want to be with you? Would you want to go out with a guy who's like, yeah, I'm supposed to make a woman feel good? Pfft, fuck you. No, I won't. But you think you have the right to do that? And I know you can justify that point of view through arguments and data. I spent years doing it. And you know what happened in that relationship? He cheated on me. No, I didn't deserve it. And I actually think he was never not cheating on me, honestly. I think he was never not cheating on me. He's one of those people that he's pathological. He's a pathological liar, actually, at which you don't know. When someone is a pathological liar, you don't know because there's no behavioral differential. It's not like truth, lie, red flag. That's weird. It's lie, 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 lie. You don't, the baseline you're comparing it to is also lies. And same with cheating. If someone's cheating on you the whole time, it's not like that's weird. He's suddenly out of communication. He's acting different. No, he never acted different. He was never not cheating. It's horrible. It's horrible. And while I contributed to an environment where, yeah, I was rolling my eyes at him. I didn't have a lot of faith in him as a man. I found him to be a bit of an idiot. I also think he's just one of those people who's going to cheat no matter what. I could have had 3 tits, he would have cheated. Like, and I wonder within that statistic of 60% of men cheating, I wonder if they bothered to ask what I believe to be the most crucial question: did you cheat for no reason? Be honest, bro. Like, are you going to cheat no matter who you're dating? Would you cheat on Margot Robbie? Would you cheat on Beyonce? Would you cheat on Giselle, on Courtney? Like, are you just gonna cheat? And they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna cheat. What if that's 50% of that group? What if that's 4% of the group? I wanna know. I wanna know. Why do the fucking survey if you're not gonna ask these things? I'll give you some tips from a guy named, what's your name, dude? James Sexton. That's a nice name. He's a divorce lawyer in New York, and he wrote a book called If You're in My Office, It's Already Too Late. And he talked about ways to divorce-proof your marriage. His number 1, be a cheerleader. Yep, James. You single, daddy? Here's another thing he said. Recognize that equity, not equality, is the goal of a marriage. Basically, partnership. And you're like, yeah, no, I know that. I understand that marriage is a partnership. Okay, do you? Because listen, we need to start looking at marriage as a business. We need to start looking at marriage as a business. If you were going to start a bakery, what would you look for in a partner? You're like, well, I don't personally bake, so I'd look for someone who can bake. Okay. Or maybe you do bake, and you're like, I need someone who can do all the taxes, the bookkeeping, the graphic design. I will be the baker. I'm gonna be frosting the buns. They're gonna be doing everything else. Look at a marriage or any kind of relationship in the same lens. What do we each bring to the table? Have you actually sat down with the person you're with and been like, what chores are you willing to do? Here's what I'm willing to do. And this cluster of things that none of us are willing to do, can we outsource it? Or can we like draw straws and divide it up? Are we looking at these relationships truly in terms of partnership? Or are we in our victim? Are we in our wounded feminine? We're like, I do everything around here. I do it all. First of all, if that's true, fucking leave. Stop sticking around and victimizing yourself and being a martyr and being miserable to be around. Just stop, leave. Or that's not true, and he actually does a lot, but is it what you value? Is it what you value? Have you sat him down and asked, James, tell me what you think you bring to this relationship? And I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. Like, truly, I want a list of what you pride yourself on in terms of bringing to this relationship. The answer might shock you. The answer might shock you. What he might be like, I will murder anyone who comes through that door. I'll fucking murder them. I will also mow the lawn. I'll put together anything you bring home from IKEA. I will deal with your in-laws when you can't. I will run interference on these people. I'll go to the parent-teacher meetings. I like them. I'll clean the shower. It doesn't bother me. Have we sat down and said, what the fuck are either of us doing here? Would you open a bakery and on day 1 you're like, oh no, I didn't make the croissants. Did you make the croissants? No, I don't know how. I don't know how. I thought you... This is going to be a long day. No, you would sit down and have some sort of business plan. Why are you here? Why am I here? Does this make any sense? Because if we don't do this, then comes the resentment. Then comes the derision and the eye rolling and the dismissiveness. Because whatever labor they're bringing, we either don't acknowledge or we don't value, or we do value it, but there's not enough of it. So we need to go back to the drawing board on these things. And I know you're probably saying like, this seems like a lot of work just to keep a guy from fucking somebody else. I get it. You don't do the work. Don't do the work and watch your relationship crash and burn or slowly disintegrate. And then you're going to wake up one day and you're going to see something on your phone or his phone that you don't like. And you're going to be like, why did this happen? Why? It usually doesn't happen overnight. Yeah, there's a snap to that last straw for sure, but that's the key word, the last straw. Like, bitch, that's the first straw. No, 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 no. The first straw was a long time ago. First straw was a long time ago. And again, none of this is victim blaming. None of this is victim blaming. But if I'm looking at my relationship where I got cheated on, I could have done some things differently. I see now that he would have cheated anyway, but for my own best practices, I should have been holding myself more accountable. And if I truly did not have a lot of respect for him, which in all honesty, I didn't, I should have left. What was I doing? Like, what was I doing? Lie with dogs, you rise with fleas, baby girl. You stayed where you did not belong, and karma made sure you knew it. But listen, that's my circumstance. I'm not saying that that's yours. And you might be like, no, Shallon, I did everything right. I did. I was nothing but good to this man. And loving. I was so supportive. I was such a cheerleader. I was appreciative. I was a great, good woman. Okay. I believe you. Here's where the evil comes in. Men need pain. Men need pain. Why? Men are wired and motivated by pursuit. I know. It's fucking stupid. What a waste of time. I know it. I live in Montana. I'm dressed like it today. You're like, I see it. I live in Montana. It's hunting season. No man wants a dead deer at his doorstep. No man. Do you know that every man who gets a tag, which is like you're allowed to go on hunt, like you get an elk tag, you can go get an elk now, shines their gun, cleans their weapons, gets the camo, puts in the paint, and like scrambles around the wood. Can I tell you something? They know about grocery stores. They know. They've been in them. They're not just looking to eat. If they were just needing to get fed, whatever, they go to a fucking grocery store. They enjoy going out there and reducing themselves to like a single protozoa version of a man and like, oh, I killed something, I hunted it down. It's a big, big get. That's the goal. And let me tell you, when a guy gets an elk or when he says he's going hunting, you know what all the girls ask? Bow or rifle? Are you a bow hunter or are you a rifle hunter? The biggest pussies out there, the hunters with the least amount of street cred are going out there with a high-powered assault rifle, mega scope, all of that. Like a guide, a trail leader, a blind, the whole thing. That's the least amount of street cred. I mean, you still got an elk. That's great. You're going to feed me. You're going to stock my freezer. Great. I'm glad you got an elk. The ones who are like, oh, daddy, elk murder daddy. That's a bow hunter. Have you seen a bow, like a modern archery bow? It's not like in Robin Hood, where it's just like the shaped like this, and you're like, bing. Oh, no. They look like a harp. I mean, they're incredibly, like I can't even pull 2 inches of it back. So the fact that a man can do this, like the tighter the bow, the bigger the badass, right? I know almost nothing about these bows. Like you don't dry shoot a bow or something. Do you spin on it? Do you give it the old hawk to it? I don't know. If you know about archery, tell me below. But that's the point. It's so complicated. I don't know about it. And to hold that and to line it up and to find this animal within sight, within your own field of vision. So you got to get pretty close to it. A quick, clean kill, 1 arrow, it's down, it's dead. Like I said, they know about a grocery store. That man gets a blowjob at the end of the day. That man has that elk on the wall. That's a trophy. I got that one shot, a bow, this gauge, whatever. Why? Because it's harder. It's harder. Men love pursuit. I don't know why. Why don't you just go to the grocery store? Listen, dude. Listen. And they look at us and they're like, women are hardwired to nurture. Well, you just want to like hear about people's problems? I mean, kinda, yeah. Yeah, and I want to love them and I want to talk about my feelings. They're like, you purposely want to talk about feelings. Why? I'm like, I don't know, man. That's just what my DNA is telling me to do all the time. So I do. I've monetized it. I'm doing it right now. So how do we tie these concepts together? Elk and Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Elkie. Now that's a name. Machine Gun Elkie. I'm a rapper. Okay, so here's what we know about cheating, right? People cheat because basically they're bored. They are undervalued. And let's go back to what you said. I gave him everything. I gave him everything. I was always so good and so consistent. Maybe that's the problem. The hunting. Are you the grocery store? Are you the Instacart? Hey, whatever he needs, I deliver it. I deliver it. I deliver it. He doesn't even have to wonder. He doesn't even have to wonder. I've got him. Now, you might be saying, oh my God, what? You just said you need to be the cheerleader for a man. So what now? I know. Listen, I know, okay? But you need to make a man obsessed with you by giving him a large range of emotions. He needs to feel every emotion via your relationship. And we focus only on the good ones. Love, stability, lust, supportiveness, compassion. Yes, amazing, girl. Yes, you're doing that. You are forgetting about the dark ones. You are forgetting about frustration, panic, regret, frustration again, anger. And you might be saying, so I have to be a bitch? Yes, yes. Here's the thing. A man defines a woman who is intellectually stimulating. First of all, let's you and I define that. A man who's intellectually stimulating, what would we say? Like, I would say smart, he's funny, witty banter, he's diverse, he's well-read, right? Like, that's what I would say. No, that's not how men define it. Do you know how man defines a woman who is intellectually stimulating? Fucking hold on. She withholds her time. She withholds her time. Hunting that elk is intellectually stimulating for a man, not because, boy, when I get that elk up close, we're going to do Wordle together. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the New York Times crossword in ink. No, that elk is a prize because it's moving away. It's hard to pin down. It's hard to get up close to. They're chasing it. They're chasing it. They're chasing it. This might never intellectually make sense to us, dude. I'm not even going to lie to you. We might always be like, ugh, but a lot of things don't make sense. We still operate within the rules of them. Okay? We can sit around bitching about how men are fucking dumb. This doesn't make any sense. Why are they like this? I don't know. I don't know. Why do dogs sniff each other's buttholes of all things? Like, can you not just touch noses or something that's not foul? No, I don't know why, but they do. And there's no point in yelling at your dog every time he does it because he's just going to keep on doing it. He can't get enough of the fannies, okay? We must give a man this roller coaster. And this is where a lot of women get it wrong. They will be so their man will come home. I've had a bad day. Every other time he says that, she's giving him some trick ass answer. Well, that's because you're stupid, Jeff. Okay. Jeff, I don't want to hear it. I actually don't want to fucking hear it. I've had a bad day. That is not what we mean. That's not what we mean by giving them those dark traits. It's you're less available. Maybe you're not home when he gets home. You're at book club, you're at CrossFit, you're on a trip with your girls. Oh, babe, I'm so sorry. We're going to have to talk about it when I get home, though. I love you. There's a casserole cooking. Bye. He's going to be like, damn it. All right. He's going to miss you. And in that space is where men fall in love. In the space is where he realizes your value. And in this space, when you pull back, if maybe he's being inconsistent, you're not in a full-blown relationship yet, you pull back, or if you are in a relationship, you're busy. You're out there beautifying yourself, diversifying yourself. You got things to say over dinner. You got a life of your own. This space is a space that's going to frustrate him. And all of these good qualities that you've been giving him are suddenly going to fuse with the bad ones that he's now feeling. frustrated, regretful. Fuck, why didn't I make a date night with her tonight? Damn it. I should have gone on that trip why? We could have made it a couples trip and brought Marcy and Doug and Okay? You want to foster these negative emotions because they actually aren't. Men need these emotions. Men need these emotions. Those emotions are what they feel all day when they're hunting. Damn it, I missed the shot. It ran away. Oh, it's coming towards me. I'm cold, I'm tired, I'm hungry. They do this on purpose to themselves. It's demented, okay? We know this. And we're like, just go to Outback. My God. Okay, no. They need that testing. They're all like Odysseus. They're all fucking Odysseus. Like if you read any book throughout history, men love to torture themselves. Did you ever read War and Peace? Don't. Do you know that there's 559 characters in that book? Don't do it. Don't do it. But one of the main characters, Pierre, what's his last name? Whatever, Pierre, the Count, who's like lived this cushy aristocratic life like pretty much forever. He literally goes to war, no gun or anything, just to see what it's like. And then he's like, wow, and I got captured. This is crazy. And he like doesn't hate it because something is finally happening to him and he finally feels like a man. He doesn't want the dead deer. He doesn't want the grocery store. So how does this relate to cheating? When you can give a man all of these emotions, he becomes so fixated on pursuing you, the elk running through the forest, that he forgets that there's a grocery store. Fuck it. No, I'm out here and I'm going to get that elk and I'm going to keep chasing it. I'm going to keep going after it. I'm going to get a little bit of it. It's going to be great. And then it's going to run away again. And then I get a little more of it. When you can be giving him all of these emotions, or as close to all of these emotions as a person can, you know, he's going to be so fixated on you. He's not looking at other chicks. And I know what you're probably saying. So should I quit my job now or... Because what, my whole life now has to revolve around this endless dance, apparently, to keep him stimulated. I'm actually not an elk. I'm a woman. I have a job. I'm getting my PhD. I maybe have kids of my own. But no. Let me put all that on pause to constantly stimulate this man. No, I'm actually saying the opposite. All those things you have on your plate, keep going. Hell yeah, keep going. You don't put away book club because you've got a boyfriend now. No. Oh, I can't do this girls trip because like Randy, he's just like got a lot. No, you're going on the fucking girls trip. I've got news for you. You're going on the girls trip. Yeah. You are constantly, not only are you not taking things off your plate to focus on like making an amusement park for this man, maybe you're adding things. Hey, babe, yeah, no, I'd love to do a date night 4 nights a week. I've got dance. I've got, book club. I'm working at my Etsy store. How about we go for coffee? And you're going to condition this man to be so fucking thankful for the scraps you were throwing at him. He's like, coffee. Yes. I have done this many, many, many times. And here's the good news. It's never too late to create this dynamic. It is never too late. And in fact, if you're thinking, I wish I'd known this when we started dating because now he thinks I'm available all the time. So stop being available all the time. You can stop this the second you decide. It can stop today. Well, he's going to think there's something wrong if I just don't answer his text for 6 hours. The dark traits? You have to stop telling yourself that him being in pain is a bad thing. It's not. It's a good thing. They want it. Because what do they want? They want to solve something, fix something, build something, hunt something. Be that thing. If he was scrolling on Instagram, liking sluts' pictures, and suddenly he's like, wait, Jen hasn't texted me back. What time is it? Where is she? Jen, where is she? That attention is completely reoriented. And you keep going with it. It's like, no, I'm sorry. I just got really down this rabbit hole designing my new business cards and everything. And I'm so excited about it. I should probably stay in tonight. No, I'm sorry. We can go to your bowling league. Yeah, maybe next week or whatever. It is never too late for you to put yourself first. It is never too late to close the fucking grocery store and say, you know what? You can run your ass through the woods and catch me. How about that? How about that? It is never too late to start to weave in some of these dark traits. And in fact, actually, the longer you've been in a relationship, the more effective this might be. Because the contrast, the delta between grocery store you and wild elk you will be vast. Like, wait a minute. But she's always down to come to my company party. Okay, well, this year she's going to Turks and Caicos with her friends. Oh, is there a new sheriff in town and it's got antlers? Yeah, it is. Can I tell you, cowboy drug an elk leg out of the woods the other day? Like a severed leg of an elk. It's horrifying. He's never been so proud of himself. Delighted. Sick fuck. Ugh. Anyway, all this elk talk is making me hungry. It is never too late for you to start this dynamic. Not ever. Not ever. And here's the thing. Do not announce it. Hey, I've just decided to put me first for a while. Because again, when you do that, you are coming from the place of all these traits. I want to make him feel calm and like he knows absolutely everything. There's no mystery. There's no question mark over anything. He gets enough of that. He gets enough of that. He gets enough of these good traits. You're a good woman. You're a good woman. You're a cheerleader. You're a supporter. You're all of these great things. You need to focus on this pile over here. You want that question mark over it. You want him to be like, where is she? What is she doing? Not in a way where you're like, what am I doing? Maybe I'm blowing somebody, Jeff. But like, he knows where you are, maybe. But that plan is set in stone. Like, no, I would love to see you tonight. I'm so tired. I have to get up early for tennis. Let's make a plan for Thursday. He's going to step up his effort, therefore. Fuck, I get her only 2 days this week. Do you want to come over and watch TV? Not really. I kind of I want to get dressed up. Why don't we go out? You will recondition this man to give you the princess treatment. Because he's going to know, if I don't offer her something pretty sweet, I'm going to take her ass to Texas Roadhouse. Hell yeah. She's got plenty of other stuff to do. She's got plenty of stuff to do. This goes back to hunting. If I don't take that shot, some other hunter will. Never have I ever heard of an elk who saw the hunter, stayed put. Heard that gunfire, didn't move a muscle, felt that arrow whiz by or take out its friend, and was just like, I'll be here for as long as you want, Doug. Just circle back around. I'll be at the edge of this pond. Yeah, no rush. You keep it moving. Because listen, even if this doesn't work, it does. But even if it doesn't, what do you have on the other side of it? Even if this man is like, fuck you, Jen, like you're never here. I want a woman who has no life. I want a woman who's down to do whatever, no matter how ratty and non-plan it is. Bye. What do you have? You have book club. You have tennis. You have a girls' trip. You have a full, rich life. And the next man who comes along, a true alpha male, a true hunter, will see that and be like, wow. And therefore setting up this dynamic of, yeah, I love you. I'm here for you. And when I see you, I am warm and I am a rider and I'm your cheerleader. I'm just not here all the time. I'm just not available whenever you want me to be. You will not have to purposely set up this pile of things. It will be built in. It will be built in. And that will keep his attention on you. The constantly evolving, dynamic, multidimensional, booked and busy bitch. And you won't have to worry about him cheating. Okay? Let me know what you guys think about this. Yeah, we're going to be back next time talking about how to be done. Really, really done. I've been through this, going through it right now, and I will tell you the things I've been doing to make the transition not only easier, but effective. Okay, I'll see you later, Shallow Gears.